We got another solve analysis. We got AnyuZhang. If you don't know who he is, you don't really follow big cubes too much. That's fine. He's kind of the first, one of those first people right outside that upper echelon of big cube solvers. So for 7x7, he's kind of right there. He's got a 218 mean, so definitely even a step ahead of like the 230. He's in like right outside of that top three. For 6x6. He is actually a little bit down farther, 139, but I feel like he's faster than that. 139 is not too hot. Yeah, so we got 6x6 mean 3 from Anyu. I thought he was going to do a 7x7, but I don't know. He's really good. He's one of the best Asian big cube solvers. He's like more on the come up, so definitely someone to watch out for pretty soon. I guess he's been solving for like 6 years, but that's still like 4 years less than me. Seems like he's still on the come up more than like he hasn't been established for a long time, so it looks like he's still motivated and whatnot. But 6x6, this mean is 139. He considers the best part of his solve edges. The worst part is centers at 3x3. Classic big cuber. Been queuing for over 6 years, 3 to 7 hours, so pretty light actually. 3 to 7 is actually like really low for someone of this caliber, so maybe not as much on the come up as I was originally saying, but hopefully you gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Yeah, let's see what he's got. So okay. I think this is the GTS. I'm not sure what cube it is. It doesn't really matter. Again. Whoa. I gotta watch more of this first. Oh, M Slicer. Alright, so this is gonna make edges really hard for me to analyze. Anyu did mention, I forgot, he told me this on Facebook that he mostly just wanted tips on centers. And he didn't care as much about his edges because he does M Slice. Wait, does he build? He has all the white edges? Wait, what the shit? Wait, what the hell? Well, that was weird. One second, I gotta watch. Oh, he does. Oh my god, this is so bad. You can't do this. No! Okay, right off the bat, you cannot do white edges first. Stop immediately. I'm gonna double check the last solve, but this is no longer allowed. I'm pretty sure he does white at first on all of these. White. It looks like it. Or has he done anything besides? He did. Either he has a huge dependency on doing white first, or he always does white first. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Okay. Red and white, orange and white. Blue and white. Green and white. No! Okay, so the first two solids he did white edges first. The last one he didn't, so it doesn't look like 100% dependency on it, but like it looks like a very common thing. You can't do that. That's gonna kill you. That's like absolutely killer. It's like super bad. You're just restricting yourself. It might be easier for recognition, but that's like a classic thing when you're a new cuber is you do things that are easier for recognition because you're not advanced enough to be able to see all the options. Don't don't have any preference on which edges you're doing first. It only makes sense if you're doing Yao. You gotta stop doing that immediately. Big thing right there. All right, we'll go back to the start then. See what we got. All right. All right, like that insert. As a quick note, this insert right there, he's got this bar solid right here. He inserts it with U wide 3, U wide prime 2. That's good. Important to do that stuff. This is good. It's good stuff. Yep. Nice. Nice second center. There's a quick thing right here. I like the thought. So we see right here we got these 3 orange pieces and these 2 orange pieces right here. We want to make sure we save these 2. We don't need to do a lot of effort to save them. We just don't want to break them up. Anyu does this thing where first he matches these 2 orange pieces down to this center piece right here to make sure he saves them. This isn't necessary because this corner, when you match this corner to these 3, you're not going to mess these 2 up anyways. Just do it in a different order. It's not, I don't think it's more moves. It is technically more moves. Also, it's just like messing with your recognition and like, you can just do this first and then like insert and then he makes this bar and now he continues on to the bar he was working on before, or he switches to that other bar. I don't know why he was doing that actually at all. Something was weird. This is good. I really like this. This is a really common center. This is a really easy case he gets for this. What the hell? Right here, you see this? You got to make sure this is a very obvious case. You got to fill in this 2x1 for a 2x4. This is really important to be doing stuff like this. Anyu does it. Good. Like, it's correct. Right here, you got just a couple of selection options. Like right here. So you're right here, and I'm pretty sure below here, like he's gonna use this. He's going to use this wing right here to match with here, but I think if you... I'm pretty sure down on the D face there was an oblique. Yeah, so... Yeah, so this oblique actually... This oblique was in the D face and could have been used instead of the one on the U face. And the U face already had a corner attached to it. So you want to use this one here for 2 reasons. 1, it does not have a corner attached to it. And 2, it's in the face of the center of your building. You always want to use the pieces from the center of your building as priority. And there's no corner attached to it. So it's even better because of that reason as well. So just be aware of like kind of the options that are available to you. Good stuff there. Stuff like this right here is just, actually fine start, I think. Wait 1 sec, let's go back. Okay, so Anyu there's a slight mistake here, I think. Wait, what was the case he had exactly? Okay, so we actually have an interesting case right here. This is pretty advanced, but Anyu's obviously really fast, so it's important. On the front face, he has a T case. He has a full bar done the right side, which he has 3 pieces on the left, like sticking out to the left. So you want to insert either, I forget which, I think it's this oblique is going to be, I think the T is these 4 pieces, and then there's 3 sticking out here. So you want to insert this oblique in. You want to insert an oblique in to finish the second bar, and then you have 2 bars complete, which he does, but in this specific case, you'll notice these 2 2x1s will make your next inner bar. This one, this set of 2, and this set of 2. So when you finish off when you finish your T case, you want to use one of these 2 obliques, because that way your next bar will be really fast, because matching these 2 up is R wide 3, U, R wide 3 prime, boom, and then another insert, so super fast. You want to make sure you use one of these 2 pieces and not break up either of these 2 2x1s. But instead, Anyu breaks up, he breaks up that 2x1, And then he breaks up one of the 2x1s, and then the next mistake is right here. So right here, this is just, this is pretty obvious to anyone, but this is just a mistake in probably either going too fast or not recognizing the case is, for this case, slice up. It's obvious slice up, U prime, slice down. Instead, he accidentally does it in essentially two moves. But not a big deal. But it's just a mistake. I'm sure you would notice that. Right here, just doing white first is bad, but the fluidity is real solid. I really like it. I want to get a split actually on the centers. So it's 7 to 50. That's 43-second centers. That's really slow for 136. That's really slow for 136. Yeah, that's pretty slow. So 43. That first, like these white edges are coming together really nice. I obviously like it's easier to recognize if you know which ones you're going for. I guess I think it's just easier to recognize on M slice in general. Also, big thing. If you're putting like a huge advantage of doing M slice first is because you can just like kind of see more of the pieces. Like I don't know, like when you're holding the cube like this, the pieces you can't see are the ones back here and on the bottom back here, right? If you're holding the cube like this, you're doing a lot of these R turns and L turns, so it's really easy. You get exposed to a lot of the pieces really fast when you're doing your M slices. But it kind of defeats the purpose, because if you're holding the cube like this and all of your edges on the bottom are already solved, now you can pretty much see everything except for maybe these two, which are still pretty easy to find with really quick glances. And Anyu here is he put his first 4 solved edges on the left side of his cube, which is kind of defeating the purpose of doing edge slicing on M. Obviously, there's some effort involved when doing that. Maybe not as much as if you're doing if you're holding edges on E, doing edge slices on E. But I definitely rethink that. Either if you're gonna do M and put 4 on the left, then you might as well switch to doing it on E, and then you have really easy fluidity on top. But all right, good cycle there. Standard stuff there. All right. Just like rebuild his cross because he like oddly made it on his first 4 edges. I wasn't sure what was going on there. It looked kind of weird. Weird 3x3 finger tricks. These are really sketchy finger tricks. Like, honestly, this cube doesn't look that great to turn. 136. Kind of weird. 1 sec. So it was at 50, and then finish edges at. So 43 centers, 37 edges. Yeah, edges are way better in that case, like way faster. I'm better at centers, so my splits are a little off, but I'm about the same for centers and edges, or usually a little faster on centers. Like 43 and 37 are like way off. Like that's pretty extreme. One second, let's see what we got here. Green or blue is the obvious pick. Probably blue. Hey, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Don't do anything stupid. Oh, okay, never mind. That worked out. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's good stuff. That was a little weird, but it worked out. First centers are looking solid. These are okay. Red was easy there. No. That was okay, but that was a better option, I think. Yo, Jimmy Dog, thanks for the sub, man. What's up? So yeah, this cube does seem super lucky. I want to get splits to the centers. These looked really smooth. I'd be surprised if these weren't way faster than the first ones. 225. So these are still only 40 seconds, which is like a lot slower than I thought. 40 is like not impressive. Like, I mean, I thought these were more like 35 at least. Is he just not doing the advanced stuff that I do, or like I'm trying to figure out where he's losing like 5 seconds on. I mean, he is not doing some stuff. He's doing some stuff weirdly. Like, that was just so lucky right there. And right there is like... Okay, right here, this is weird. For this red center. Okay, I guess that worked out, but it was kind of strange. Okay, so in this scenario right here, this is what I was going to talk about. He has this 2x2 block solved right here, and these 2x1 solved right here and right here. So if you do just MU2 M prime, you get 2 bars solved immediately. It just like there's like a whole second pause. Like he does solve it with he ends up being able to solve it with a 2x1 block finish, but like which is fine. But it's more that there was just that second pause that like can't be there. It's got to be instant. This case right here. Like, it was just, like, some extra moves there that didn't need to happen. This case right here, this is definitely a mistake right here. So, he has, these two pieces are solved orange on the front face right here. So, if you notice, if you do an R wide 3, let me just see if I can set this up real quick. Oh, shoot. What does he have? He has wait, no, that's not right. He's gonna do R wide 3, E2. No, but one sec. Okay, I can set this up. Let me set this up properly. Alright, here's this case. Alright, nailed it. Alright, here's this case right here. So he's got this piece, and these two pieces, and then he's got these two pieces right here. So if he moves these two pieces up to make this first 3 pieces of the bar, this piece, when he brings it back down, will finish the bar. So RY3, U2. And that finishes the bar really quickly with minimal slices. But instead he does some weird something that has like a couple of slices in it. It's just less optimal. And like Anyu's not losing that much time in cases like this, and you gotta pick it up somewhere. Also, I'd recommend in this case doing a double commutator, but one sec, what does he do? Oh, never mind. Whoa. This specific case, though, is weird. He does something strange. Right here. So you're right here. You have to pair up this corner with these 3 pieces to get into a commutator case. He does something odd. Just do R, U, R prime. R wide, U, R wide prime is like all you have to do. Instead, he like... That's weird. Just do R wide, U, R wide prime. So yeah, that's that case. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the cause of the poor centers are in these solves, because alright, he's putting everything on left again, which I'm really not a fan of for this, because it really seems like I'm no expert on M slices, and so I'm not like, I don't want to be talking about something I don't really know about, but like putting all your edges on D is definitely kind of more of a beginner thing, and like no one at the super top level does it. And I feel like it's pretty similar for the M. Like if you're gonna do that, put all your edges on left, It sounds like it's an easier, smoother way to put all your edges on left, but then once you did that, you should switch to M slicing. Maybe, or E slicing. Maybe you should, like, start with M slices, put your first 4 edges on left, and then switch to E slicing because you have all your edges on D, and now it's really easy to do E slicing. But that seems, like, ridiculous and, like, weird, but putting them all on left while M slicing it seems kind of strange to me. I'm not 100% sure if that's, like, a good idea, but... Interesting, this last one's gotta suck then. What's the time of the last one? Must be really slow or something. Oh, okay, huh. Alright, let's check out the last one. Is that 3? Well, that was bad. He messed up the center start, it's okay. Right here, you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck into doing. Finishes this bar, and then right here, since Anyu only apparently inserts with his right hand, right here you can do L wide U2 L wide or L wide prime U2 L wide, and that'll insert this bar doing the exact same thing. But in that insert, he does 2 U2s, and you don't want to. That's like an extra U2 for no reason. There's just a lot of pauses in these centers. I think that's like the biggest thing is. Oh, what the 1 sec. I like that. I like that. That was a good last 2. Last 2 is solid there. Solid stuff. 1 second. I guess splitting that. I mean, 44-second centers is like pretty slow. Let's see. All right, so he doesn't do white only on this one, and he put him on right side, and then he rotates. So now they're on left again. Now he does white. I'm very confused on the edge pairing ordering. Overall, his edge pairing is pretty solid. I don't have too much negative to say over the look ahead. The look ahead seems really good. It's hard for me to really do it myself because this is in a weird angle for me, but. The look ahead and the efficiency and the selection of pieces all seem really solid on these solves. Again, also the last 4 edges seem solid. He's doing good cycles, picking good options. I should check more in depth if he's doing the same type of thing I'm doing for 6x6, but. The centers are getting really. One second. I'm gonna look at specifically at last 4. Whoops, closed. I'm gonna look at specifically last 4 real quick. So in case, just a quick note, and like this is good. You use a cycle to solve the first one completely solid. Just a quick note in cases like this, when you have this right here, it's probably the best idea since this is a slice to finish this whole edge. You just go ahead and do that to finish that whole edge. But he cycles it, which is also fine to get a last 3 edge case. So good last 4 edges in the first one. Probably would have recommended doing a cycle, but you have a solved edge. Like you can solve a slice, so not too big of a deal. Right, was it the second edge actually? Ooh, yeah. So right here is a mistake. It's unfortunate. This is just not realizing what you have in your edge cases. So he has the yellow and white. He does a slice up slice to finish yellow and white, and then he does another slice up slice to finish red and blue. And that's just 2 slice up slices to finish 2 edges, which isn't usually bad, but you were given a really easy setup case. So at the very least, you could have done 2 cycles and influence your last 2 edge case to be something way better than what you currently have. But that's definitely a cycle case. Don't be doing slice up slices unless there's like a flipped edge from where you have to do a slice up slice. Just general tips there. Refer to like my 6x6 last 4 edge video for that stuff. Let's check out last 4 edge here. All right, so in this case, all right. Wait, was that? Oh, that's solid. Let's go back all the way. Alright, so that time we did the thing where you'd cycle. Okay, that last one's good. So overall, last part is pretty good. Let's look at Sarah's again, because Sarah's the thing that's really killing them. Alright, overall, the execution's not bad. There isn't... I don't really see... I mentioned already a few of the things I saw that were kind of slow. Or what seemed wrong, but... Like, there's a second right there. Half a second right there. Half a second right there. Lock up, half a second. Half a second. Half another second. Half another second. There's half a second on that mistake, half a second on that mistake. Got lucky. Like, there's like half a second's like constantly happening, which is like adding up. Do like 10 of them, it's like 5 seconds. That's why your solve is like subpar. Like here, let me just count them. Like, that was solid. Now, too big of a break right there. Too big of a break right there. That was good. That was good. That was good. Too big of a pause. Fumbling execution. Wait, this is like 2 seconds right there. And like 1.5. Another second on not picking the right execution. Another second for that one. Like, I'm just like, there's seconds creeping up all over in these edges on the centers. There's some things that are like not optimal or not. A lot of pausing. A lot of like the biggest thing is like the lockups and centers is actually a lot. Like center lockups, like centers should be really fluid and smooth, and your edges are really fluid and smooth, but your center execution just isn't that way, which is kind of really surprising to me. So like, to be honest, centers kind of look like you're still thinking about what you're doing, as opposed to you've thought about it a million times and you already know what to do when you get to that case. It's like, oh, I now have to kind of think through every single case when I get there. And that's kind of what differentiates having a good centers from having great centers. Is like the frequent pauses to figure out what's the best option in this case versus like, I already know what the best option in this case is. So, pretty much overall, start. I like the starts. The inspection, use of inspection was good. One of them you messed up on, but that was fine. Solid 2 bars right off the bat. Centers are the options that you're picking are pretty much the best. Some last 2 centers could be done a little better. Good use of 2x4 bars. In general, pretty solid on what you're doing, but just kind of how the execution. A lot of lockups, a lot of pauses, trying to figure out what the best options are. Edges overall were very fast, but definitely were interesting in the fact that you're doing white first, which is a big no-no. Like, gotta be able to do whatever you want first. But only in some of the solves you're doing white first, so I'm not exactly sure where you're at with that. Also, putting everything on left seems to kind of be a waste and something that beginners do versus someone as fast as AnyuZhang is doing. Also, kind of not sure how that plays in with the E-slice. Like, it seems like it's easier to do on left and more fluid, but also kind of defeats the purpose of doing E-slice or M-slice edge pairing. So I'm not really someone who's a master of M-slice edge pairing, so you might want to, you can talk to like AnyuZhang or something about what he does for that, because it seems to kind of defeat the purpose of having your whole left side of your cube locked up for already solved edges when you can kind of see everything much easier with M-slices. Also, 3x3 seemed fine, just some kind of risky finger tricks for big cubes. Might want to make those a little less risky. But overall, solid solves. Definitely, as expected, like you said, centers are definitely the weak part of the solve. Really focus on getting centers to be more kind of brain dead in the sense that you know exactly what's going to happen before you do it. You don't have to be thinking during centers, you just kind of do. And, yeah.